Kalimera, President of the Hellenic Republic, His Excellency Mr. Tassoulas, Minister of Development and Investment, Mr. Theodorikakos, President of the Hellenic Competition Commission, Ms. Sharp, dear Irene, distinguished guests, all excellencies, esteemed colleagues, friends. It's an honor to be here to celebrate a remarkable milestone today. I mean, the 30th anniversary of the Hellenic Competition Commission, the HCC, for 3 decades and even more, including all the time for preparation. The HCC has enforced the law and helped foster economic growth, making markets in Greece more efficient. The Competition Commission now is a young adult with experience, enthusiasm, a proven track record, and also an appetite to do more. And so I feel privileged to be here with you, actually in Athens, in Greece. This is a country I like also for private reasons very much. I spent, I think, 20 of my last 25 summers here. And so my family, in a sense, is second Greece. And in Italy, we all study typically in the classical high school, so we read ancient Greek, we study later, so it's a culture that we feel very close. I'm really honored that you have chosen to work with the OECD towards some of your achievements. And so more on that I hope soon. First, a word on our hosts. Irene, President, has honored us with her presence and participation in the OECD Competition Committee in Paris. Vice President Nikolopoulou is also a strong ally and a member of the leadership team of our OECD Competition Commission. And so I also extend a warm greeting actually to all colleagues of the Competition Commission with whom we have worked with my teams in a series of initiatives. And I have to say to hear my colleagues in the OECD Competition Division, which is located in the Director for Financial Enterprise Affairs at the OECD, which I have the privilege to chair, to hear them speaking about them, one understands how professional and committed you and your team are, dear Irene. So I'm also very happy to see our good friends of the OECD Competition Committee, presidents and commissioners of other competition authorities in the panels that follow. Now, the OECD Competition Division and the Hellenic Competition Commission have enjoyed excellent collaboration over many years, most recently to strengthen the fight against the cartels in public procurement. I would also like to acknowledge the great engagement of Greece more broadly with other OECD committees, in particular those supported by my director at the OECD, so working on financial markets, and I see the chair of the Hellenic Capital Market Commission, international investment, responsible business conduct, corporate governance, and anti-bribery. For example, Greece has taken great strides on advancing financial literacy. Financial literacy is a combination of financial awareness, knowledge, and skills necessary to make sound financial decisions, like promoting saving habits and responsible use of credit. In January 24, we launched the National Financial Literacy Strategy for Greece. We worked with Greek authorities to prepare a strategy for financial education, including a 5-year plan with specific activities and evaluation process to assess the progress of the strategy. I remember we discussed this also in the Delphi Economic Forum for a couple of times. And by the way, I really hope that Greece will join also the PISA Financial Literacy Assessment. It's an optional one, which next edition will be soon. Through these and other initiatives, Greece is leveraging OECD evidence-based analysis and expertise to drive national reform priorities. But now to focus on our work, competition, and what we do with the Hellenic Competition Commission. Across 2024-2026, we have been carrying out a significant project with Greece and 5 other EU members, Austria, Bulgaria, Croatia, Cyprus, and Romania, on fighting bid rigging with generous funding by the EU via the Technical Support Instrument. The aim of the project is to enhance compliance with competition law and foster effective competition in public procurement, complementing the excellent work that the Competition Commission has done in catching and punishing cartels, it was mentioned before. Bid rigging affects public money. In some cases, it can add 20% to prices or even more that the public sector, so taxpayers, citizens, pay. As you can guess, harm from bid rigging cartels can easily run into many millions of euros. As part of the project, my OECD colleagues are training judges, public officials, and the private sector, working together with the Competition Commission on how to limit and detect bid rigging. I was informed that the record numbers of judges and law enforcers took part in a seminar just last month with more than 70 participants. And so there were actually serious concerns that either the chairs or the coffee or both would run out very soon. So I'm truly grateful to the Hellenic Competition Commission for championing this work and making it a success. Taking a step back, our ties with the Competition Commission go much further back. In the last 12 years, the OECD has worked with the Competition Commission on 3 competition assessment projects in Greece to identify barriers to competition and to replace them with less restrictive regulations. These projects covered several sectors: manufacturing, retail trade, wholesale trade, e-commerce, tourism, construction services, and media. The reviews of laws and regulations in these sectors resulted in more than 700 recommendations to amend or repeal specific legal provisions. And I hope our cooperation will not stop here. We are developing now, with the Hellenic Competition Commission, a proposal for a multi-country project to develop recommendations for pro-competitive regulation in cooperation with Latvia, Romania, and Spain. If selected for EU funding, this project has the potential to deliver lasting results in the relevant countries. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we reflect on the achievements of the Hellenic Competition Commission over the past 30 years, we should also look to the future. In an ever-evolving global economy and geopolitical situation, the role of competition policy has never been more vital. Competition is a truly powerful mechanism to build competitive and resilient economies. In competitive markets, firms attract customers by becoming more efficient or differentiating their offerings. This ensures that the most efficient firms succeed, leading to lower prices, better quality, and more choice for consumers. We have seen in the recent discussions in Europe about the Savings and Investments Union and through the reports by Draghi, Letta, or others. I guess the EU likes former Italian prime ministers to write reports, but let's see who's next. The reports said that we saw that European competitiveness is a top political priority that is here to stay. At the OECD, we remain committed to working with policymakers to ensure that laws, regulations, and policies can support competition and support a truly strong independent authority. We remain committed working with competition authorities and the HCC to support the great work in whatever we can. It is always dangerous, actually, to give the mic to an Italian, as I have a lot more to say, but we stop here. So it's too early in the day, I guess, to raise a glass of champagne or spumante or ouzo, I don't know. But I would like to toast the HCC and its 30 years. So thank you for inviting me to your birthday. I wish you many more years of success, and may we celebrate them together. So, chronia pola, epitropi antagonismo.